that we're beginning to take hypnosis in its other forms from other religions and other parts of the world and bringing that thinking into what we know as the norm into North America.
Right.
Meditation, which is the same alpha waves, right? We now do it as part of day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't realize it's also hypnosis, which is sort of interesting.
Do you think it's necessary for them to know it's hypnosis? Because I do.
I do, because only when you know something can you use it.
Mm-hmm.
So although they go into meditation for quiet and peace and connect with themselves, if they turn it around just a little bit, they could know to use it to achieve a goal, which is the whole point.
Yes. Now, my question was wondering if we need to put the label of hypnosis on it to make it effective.
Well, if hypnosis is guided, what was your term? Guided, focused attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's meditation.
Right.
It's accessing the subconscious through the alpha waves, through the brain waves of the alpha level.
Mm-hmm.
That's meditation and hypnosis. So do they need to know? I think it's helpful to know. If you tell a child at school that they're going to learn meditation, they'll roll their eyes and But if you tell them it's hypnosis and they can achieve better scores in their soccer game or better marks in their exam.
Ah, okay. So you're talking what we can do with it, and I agree with you entirely there. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
And as you say, there are other disciplines and methods that they're all cousins, aren't they?
All cousins, or
yes.
I see them a little closer relatives.
All right.
So certainly cousins.
Right. Yes.
And going out into the future, I believe that people are going to be using this and understanding it and the power of it for themselves. And hopefully it will go into all the schools, and hopefully it will go into all of the corporations, so they understand the power of their mind to achieve the goals they set. Because right now, as you know, corporations talk about goals being set, vision and values, but it's all conscious. They don't understand that unless you get it into the subconscious, into the patterning, nothing's going to change. Not long term anyway.
Right. I agree.
So that's the future.
Yeah. And the future also has to be concerned with the way that we look at our legislation, because we're even going to need some legislation of some sort to get this into the school system.
Yes.
Whether it's a school board legislation or a provincial one, it will make no difference.
Yes. Depending on where you are in the world, of course.
Yeah. Right.
In some countries, they don't need legislation. It's the norm.
Yeah, but the world does tend to follow precedent. I know that when we say we have done this here, it tends to shine a little more kindly on other countries when they know what we're doing. I found that, absolutely.
Because in Britain, as you know, they've been using it for a long time. And with no question.
Right.
It's just part of it.
Right.
So the future, I think, is acceptance and getting rid of all that woo-woo stuff around it and all the fear and the myths around it.
Right.
And just understanding that it's safe because it's your mind. It's not me doing it to you. You're doing it yourself, which is great.
I agree. That's been part of my credo. And I have to plug once more for the reason for my history, because you know what a history fanatic I am. And I firmly believe, well, I know it's more than a belief, that we need to know where we've come from.
Yes.
And that we need to know where our roots have come from, so that we can better develop ourselves. To learn from the errors, to gain from the strengths, to look at some of the incredible sufferings that many of the people have gone through in our field, in every field, and to gather the strength from that.
And to move forward in strength.
So that's what qualifies history for me, and that's why I'm concerned with it.
And that's why you're here, and that's why we thank him honestly and truthfully from the heart.
It's always a pleasure to work with you.